you were a little disappointed in some of the accuracy you saw from Dillon Gabriel. So I'll let you go first on this. What grade overall would you give Dillon in his first NFL
I give him a
start?
C. And that takes into account a lot of things. The wide receivers he has to throw to, the limited play calling, and maybe that's because of the wide receivers that you don't have. It's an offense that's very Kevin Stefanski-esque. He loves the tight ends. He had some open throws that he missed on. Not a lot, but he had some that would have helped move.
He's payroll or whatever. By the way, I'm the one who wrote the fact that he wasn't coaching Deshaun. I am. I'm the one that wrote that. Yeah. So don't tell me that I'm not critical of him, because I am. And you're 100% right with like some of the DTR nonsense that went on. You're right. You're 1,000% right with that. So it's not perfect. I just think, I just keep thinking back to that McDaniels thing, and I keep thinking back to like, he wanted to clean out the building and they told him, okay, see ya. Jimmy's not going to give him that control. He's going to be in the Friday meetings. He's going to be in the Monday meetings. And the way that they run things and the way that they operate things is so dysfunctional that it is very much.
Myles Garrett just lost it. And not in some clumsy, oops, I dropped my helmet kind of way. Nah, this was a full-blown explosion. Word got out that Dillon Gabriel was starting instead of Shedeur Sanders, and now the whole NFL world's losing its mind. Social media's on fire. The Browns look like they need a crisis hotline, and fans are demanding answers. What did Gabriel even do to light this fuse? Did Shedeur really get blindsided like that? Garrett went from calm and composed to full rage mode in seconds. It's like watching a storm hit mid-game. Chaos isn't coming. It's already here. And if you're locked into this madness, hit that subscribe button, because this story's about to get even crazier. Myles Garrett isn't just mad, he's furious. Like someone stole his car, burned the tires, and left the keys on Instagram for everyone to see. Dillon Gabriel starting over Shedeur Sanders? That's like making someone eat cold broccoli while the fresh cake's sitting right there, taunting them. The Browns' decision has everyone scratching their heads like, what game are they even watching? It feels less like football and more like a bad experiment in Fantasyland gone totally wrong. If this were a Netflix episode, it'd be called The Day Cleveland Lost Its Mind. And Garrett, oh, he's putting on a show. Pacing, throwing silent stares, sharp enough to cut glass, looking like he's ready to flip the field. He's giving main character energy, pure meltdown legend vibe.
To really say about Dillon Gabriel over the next 3.5 hours? Well, he was composed. Great. You know how he conducted himself? He conducted himself how a career backup should conduct himself, where you just hope that you're able to hold down the fort until the regular starter comes back. The problem is, we don't have a regular starter that comes back. Well, we do, but nobody wants to see him. So nobody wants that to happen. So here we have to hope that Dillon Gabriel, a guy who is certainly limited, a guy who's smart enough to probably be a coach.
The internet's already gone nuclear. Memes, GIFs, hot takes everywhere. Dillon Gabriel's name is trending, but not the way he hoped. The Browns might have just kicked off a storm they'll be regretting for a long, long time. But here's the real twist. Shedeur Sanders is still out here oozing greatness, just waiting to explode. He's that shiny Ferrari sitting in the garage while everyone else is speeding around in dented sedans with duct-taped mirrors. The Browns keep the keys locked away, and every time he's left riding the bench, you can feel the frustration pulsing through Cleveland like electricity. Fans are out here sighing in unison, thinking, man, this could have been legendary. And you know what's wild? At least they can't pin these ugly L's on Shedeur, because let's be real, if he was starting, they'd already have him labeled as the fall guy. That's how the game goes. When things fall apart, the star always gets the blame. So yeah, maybe they're protecting him, but at what cost? They're blocking their own shot at the type of spark that could have flipped this whole season upside down. Meanwhile, poor Dillon Gabriel's out there trying to survive. You can see he wants to make it work, but it's like someone handed him the wrong script for a Broadway show.
Let's first start having to find themselves and tell the team to keep you guys really in it from the very end.
I mean, it was like he usually does, composed, making the plays that we know he can make, and now he put us in position to win. And we got it.
He's out there reading lines that don't fit the part while the crowd's yelling, "Yo, we didn't cast you for this role." Every snap turns into a full-on social media breakdown. People analyzing his every move like he's some high-tech Elon Musk experiment that's either gonna change football forever or blow up right there on live TV. And the coaching staff, man, they're sweating bullets. Not the visible kind, but that deep panic you can't hide. They're trying to act confident, but their eyes are screaming, "Please don't let this backfire on national television." Meanwhile, Myles Garrett storming around like a walking warning sign. All muscle, all fury, and zero patience for bad decisions. Every practice, every snap, every single timeout, it's all ticking louder like a bomb about to go off. The tension in Cleveland is straight up electric. Fans are spiraling, reporters are scrambling, and the whole city feels like it's sitting on a football time bomb ready to explode any second. Twitter's turned into total chaos. What used to be chill debates about defensive plays is now a circus of outrage, hot takes, and pure comedy.
Seems like the success you had earlier, get a brick wall unit.
Yeah, I think just got to convert. You look back, there's obvious times you got to go make it happen. Starts with me. But us coming together collectively to go make that happen. But you look at a lot of the third downs to extend drives. That's where we can continue to,
Someone even dropped a Photoshop of Myles Garrett in full-blown warrior armor, standing over Dillon Gabriel like he just conquered him in some medieval battlefield. And honestly, that one picture says it all. This Browns quarterback drama feels like a gladiator arena where logic's on one side and pure madness is running wild on the other. But let's keep it real. Shedeur Sanders isn't just sitting back doing nothing. He's locked in, watching everything unfold, taking notes, studying the plays, probably shaking his head like, for real. This is what we're doing now? The man's got the arm, the mind, and the charisma to light up the league. Yet the front office looks like it's testing how much patience Cleveland fans actually have left. Within a 50-mile radius, people are holding their breath, waiting for that one moment. The moment Shedeur finally gets unleashed. Because when it happens, it's gonna be digital mayhem. Memes, GIFs, reaction videos. You name it. It'll flood every timeline in seconds. Someone's probably already writing a college essay titled How Shedeur Sanders Became the Hero Cleveland Didn't Deserve, but absolutely needed. Man, Myles Garrett isn't hiding his fury one bit. He's out there waving his frustration like a flag at halftime for the whole world to see. He's making it crystal clear.
Shedeur is still stuck at QB3, which is mind-numbing. Unbelievable. This team, they take a step forward and still take a step backwards. But here's the other thing. Rookie quarterbacks against Minnesota, you talk about an uphill battle. So Minnesota last year went 5-0 against rookie quarterbacks. Their defensive coordinator is Brian Flores, and he just licks his chops when he sees a rookie quarterback standing in front of him. Here, they faced Will Levis last year, Caleb Williams twice, Bryce Young from the Panthers, and an
benching Shedeur Sanders isn't just a bad call. It's a straight-up crime against football logic. The man's body language says everything. Arms crossed, jaw tight, eyes locked on that field like he's watching a disaster in slow motion. Meanwhile, Dillon Gabriel's still fighting to prove himself, and hey, you gotta respect that hustle. But let's be honest, he's trapped in the toughest spot imaginable. He's the starter, but it feels like he's living in someone else's shadow. Every throw, every incomplete pass gets picked apart under a giant microscope, like scientists are studying his mistakes for sport. Fans can't stop comparing him to Shedeur, whispering after every slip-up, that wouldn't have happened if Shedeur was out there. The pressure's unreal, and it's only getting heavier by the second. The dude can't even take a breath without 1,000 eyes judging him. And don't even get started on the media. The headlines are dripping with sarcasm and disbelief. Stuff like Browns quarterback gamble backfires again, splashed across every sports site. You can practically hear the frustration pouring through the screen. Myles Garrett's not just standing on the sidelines watching a game, he's witnessing a slow-motion meltdown. You can see it in his stare, that wild mix of disbelief and pure rage as he watches the team's potential go up in flames. The tension's boiling, the energy's thick, and somehow the Browns management is just sitting there cool as ever, like they don't even see the chaos they created. But it's that eerie kind of calm.
Before we even get to this, here's the thing I understand about Dillon Gabriel, and I've always said it. Said it on UCSS, I've said it on everything. Reality of the situation is this. Dillon Gabriel is playing. Do I think that Dillon Gabriel is a franchise quarterback? No. But am I sitting here hating on Dillon Gabriel? You can never accuse me of hating on Dillon Gabriel. He's starting. I'm going to see what he can do. If Dillon Gabriel comes out here and balls out, I got to say he balled out. You could do two things at once. You could say, I believe that Shedeur Sanders is good, and I'm waiting to see him play. I can also say I want to see if Dillon Gabriel got something, and at the end of the day.
The kind that creeps in right before the sky cracks open and the storm hits. Either the Browns front office is deep in denial or seconds away from losing it completely. And let's be real, when Myles Garrett finally blows up, it's never quiet. It's headline-worthy, camera-ready, meme factory chaos every single time. The locker room tension is thick enough to choke on. Everyone's moving careful, like one wrong word might set the whole place off. Shedeur Sanders could have been the spark, the game changer, the lightning bolt this team's been begging for. But instead, management keeps recycling the same tired excuse. Maybe next week. It's painful to watch, like seeing someone holding a winning lottery ticket but refusing to scratch it. Fans are shouting, "Check it already," while management just nods like, "Patience, we'll get there."
The guy yelling at him to the right or the dude to the left that just can't contain himself, that just wants to interrupt. And look, y'all got mad at me for saying it yesterday. Even people in Cleveland are saying it. He did okay. He managed the game. He got them just enough. The minute that he took a chance at the end of the game, he threw a pick. Got a second chance, and then he went short. Every pass he threw wasn't even over 5.5 yards. That's safe. That's okay. That's taking no chances and relying on everybody else to do their job.
Meanwhile, Garrett's side-eye has become legendary. Sharp enough to cut glass. Every glare, every mutter under his breath, every frustrated sigh turns into instant internet gold. The man takes one step and boom, viral. Dillon Gabriel misses a throw, viral again. Garrett's reaction, even more viral. The memes won't stop. Wasted potential. Cleveland chaos. Man waiting for his moment. It's all over every feed. And somehow, right in the middle of this storm, Shedeur Sanders still looks like the calmest man in the room. Cool, unbothered, focused, like he knows his moment's coming. The internet's obsessed, analysts can't stop talking, and fans are glued to every game like it's the season finale of a wild reality show. Everyone's asking the same question: who's finally getting their shot? Will Shedeur Sanders step up and claim what's his? Or will Dillon Gabriel somehow weather this storm and keep his spot just a little longer? The tension's boiling over, the drama's electric, and the chaos? Oh, it's just getting started. Myles Garrett's meltdown was only the opening act. The Browns front office swears they're playing 4D chess, but Garrett's storming through like a tornado, flipping the board, scattering every piece, and shouting, "This ain't how it's done."
The rookie everyone's overlooking just made a statement. And some fans think Joe Flacco was set up. Dillon Gabriel did not play bad. But Dillon Gabriel didn't play good enough to warrant that the change.
That is cleansed, and it's never going to be cleansed. It is a massive obstacle for any coach to overcome, which is why I said a couple weeks ago, I truly believe the Browns' only chance at actually winning at a high level is to get lucky on a quarterback like the Bengals did with Burrow. That is their only chance. Short of that happening, it don't matter who the coach is.
But
it
Jay,
don't matter who the
And let's be real, this is way deeper than football. This is pride, frustration, and ego colliding in real time. Watching a star like Shedeur Sanders rot on the bench while someone else struggles under the lights. Painful. It's got fans triggered, emotions running wild, and yes, a dark kind of comedy swirling around all that chaos. People are screaming at their TVs, replaying clips 20 times, and jumping into Twitter battles like it's the playoffs of pure madness. Garrett, with all his fire, has basically turned into Shedeur's loudest hype man, and he doesn't even have to say a word. The man's doing a full-blown PR campaign through pure emotion. Every glare, every outburst, every sideline rant is saying, "Start that man already." And the fans? Oh, they're going ballistic. Twitter's gone nuclear. It's a full-blown digital battle zone out there. Someone even made a worst QB decisions of the century bracket. And guess who's topping the list? Dillon Gabriel, just for showing up. Meanwhile, the memes are unstoppable. Shedeur sitting on the bench looking like he's stuck in detention is everywhere. As for the Browns front office, they're deep in denial, sitting there calm like it's all part of some master plan. They keep saying, "We're thinking long term," but everyone knows that's code for, "We have no clue what we're doing, so we'll fake it till we make it." And Garrett, he's pacing like a caged lion, eyes burning holes through the sideline, his glare sharp enough to split a helmet clean in half. The pressure's rising fast, and it's crystal clear that Cleveland's one bad play away from an explosion the whole league's gonna feel. It's honestly a miracle no one's burned their eyes watching this circus unfold. Myles Garrett has become a walking, talking, rage-fueled warning sign. A human billboard screaming, "This is a bad idea. It's gonna end ugly. You'll regret this." Every glare, every sigh, every sideline stare. It's pure heat and frustration wrapped in shoulder pads and fury. Meanwhile, Dillon Gabriel's out there giving it everything he's got. Really, he is. But it's like watching a hero walk into the wrong movie. The man's out here battling dragons in a rom-com. Every pass he throws lands with a collective groan from fans who can't believe what they're seeing. Analysts are clutching their notes, whispering to each other, "Please, not again."
This could have been a B- game for Dillon Gabriel. There's one pass that he missed. They ran a bootleg that was on the first down when they were trying to ice the game.
Talking about.
Yep,
They ran a bootleg, and it's difficult for the play design because they booted to the right, which is against the grain for a lefty.
That's exactly right. It's a very tough throw.
And it's easy looking, but it's tough. He sailed the ball. He was wide open. That would have got you 5 to 6 yards, put you in the position you can run the ball. That should have been.
While the cameras zoom in on Garrett's face like it's the reaction shot of the century. And somewhere, probably late at night, Shedeur Sanders is grinding in silence. Focused, patient, waiting for his moment like a monk in the zone. Because he knows when his time comes, it's gonna be spectacular. He's still developing, sure, but his ceiling, crazy high. The man's a walking highlight reel just waiting to light up the field. But here's the wild irony. Since Shedeur isn't starting, the Browns can't make him the scapegoat this time. It's poetic justice. Normally, the blame would fall straight on him. Every bad throw, every ugly loss, pinned to his name. But not this round. That burden's sitting squarely on someone else's shoulders, and Garrett knows it. You can feel that frustration radiating off him like turf heat in the middle of July. His body language alone is a masterclass in silent protest. The crossed arms, the deep breaths, the 1,000-yard stare. Myles Garrett's basically the NFL's version of "I told you so," just built like a tank with biceps and a helmet instead of a whiteboard and a mic. Picture that sideline right now. Myles Garrett pacing like a thundercloud ready to strike. Dillon Gabriel trying to stay focused while pretending not to feel the tension burning around him. The coaches are whispering, eyes darting like they're in a spy thriller, trying not to draw Garrett's glare. And the fans? Oh, they're losing it. Every incomplete pass sparks a full-on moral debate. Was that bad execution or just the lack of Shedeur Sanders' energy?
And it holds true again. Dillon Gabriel didn't do nothing special at all. Nothing special at all. Look at the stat. 19 for 33, 190 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And he got sacked twice. Dillon Gabriel didn't do nothing more than what Joe Flacco was going to do. Nothing. Game manager. He only threw one pass, maybe 2 passes over 20 yards.
Deep down, everyone knows the truth because the aura is real. The charisma, real. The arm, unquestionable. Yet Cleveland still refuses to unleash it. It's like watching someone ignore a mountain of gold to dig in a sandbox instead. The talent sitting right there, gleaming under the lights, and the Browns just keep walking past it. Meanwhile, the media's feasting on this chaos like it's an all-you-can-eat buffet. Analysts are breaking down every throw like they're searching for the secret to world peace. Every replay, every slow-motion clip gets dissected and memed within seconds. And the funniest part, the Browns still think they're in control. Right now, headlines are dripping with sarcasm and panic. Stuff like, Browns hope Dillon Gabriel survives without Sanders, and Myles Garrett paces sideline like a man possessed, flooding every sports feed. One journalist even dropped a full diagram comparing Gabriel's passes to Shedeur's theoretical ones. Yeah, that's right. People are analyzing imaginary throws now. Only in football do fans go this deep decoding fantasy passes like they're ancient prophecies. And Garrett, he's living rent-free in everyone's head, week after week. Every stomp, every glare, every deep sigh lands like a message to the front office. Cleveland, what are you doing? He's not just a player anymore. He's a walking protest sign in pads, broadcasting frustration to the entire football world with every move he makes.
Kevin Stefanski is in serious trouble for allowing Dillon Gabriel to pretty much cost him the game in the fourth. Like Shedeur Sanders may not be getting any reps over in London, man. Footage has come out of the Cleveland Browns pretty much getting ready for this game against the Vikings. No footage has been released of Shedeur Sanders. Kevin Stefanski spoke to the media earlier.
This is wrong, but nobody asked me. That's the vibe echoing through every inch of that locker room. The frustration is loud, the body language even louder, and every move Myles Garrett makes just pours gasoline on the fire. But here's the wildest part. Through all the drama, Garrett's still playing like a beast. He's still dominating, still leading, still grinding like nothing can break him. It's like he's reminding the whole league, the fans, the Browns, maybe even the football gods themselves, that no amount of chaos can shake his game. But deep down, everyone knows this whole situation is one giant bad call wrapped in confusion. And now, here comes the spicy part. Every practice, every huddle, every timeout, you can feel the tension building like static before a lightning strike. The question hanging over everything is simple but heavy. When will Shedeur Sanders finally step in? Fans can barely breathe at this point. The anticipation's unreal. Even people who don't care about Cleveland football are tuning in just to see how this saga unfolds. It's turned into the NFL's hottest reality show. Live, raw, and way more dramatic than anyone expected. Cleveland's front office thought they were being strategic, but all they really did was create a perfect storm of hype, frustration, and pure entertainment. Now it's like a movie with three main characters. Garrett's the star, Shedeur's the mystery, and poor Dillon Gabriel's the target stuck in the crossfire. The Browns, they're just trying to survive the chaos they built with their own hands. Garrett's the tornado spinning right at the center. Every stomp, every sideline glare, every explosive gesture feels like a thunderclap of fury echoing through the whole stadium. He's making sure nobody, and I mean nobody, forgets how wild this decision really was. It's like the universe itself decided to crack a joke at Cleveland's expense, and the Browns are sitting front row for the punchline. Meanwhile, Shedeur Sanders is out there doing the exact opposite. Calm, focused, patient, the definition of composed power. Every day's another quiet masterclass in discipline and resilience. He's watching, learning, and probably smirking to himself like, y'all really gonna keep pretending this is working?
Offensive drought once you got to the fourth quarter after you're doing it.
Yeah, just felt a little, didn't get into very many advantageous down and distances. Ended up in too many third and longs. There were penalties. We just have to be better, have to score some points.
Would you do anything differently on the next to last drive when you ran 3 plays in 11 seconds?
Yeah, I mean, we ran it twice. They called their timeouts.
Shedeur Sanders knows his time's coming. And when it does, it's gonna be glorious. The second he steps on that field, it won't just be a debut, it'll be a full-on statement. But until that moment, Cleveland's still out here forcing the Dillon Gabriel experiment like they're trying to make fetch happen in football form, and it's painful to watch. It's frustrating, ridiculous, and somehow hilarious all at once. The only silver lining, they can't pin these ugly losses on Shedeur. And honestly, that might be the biggest irony of all. The Browns are losing, and the one man who could actually save them is still sitting on the bench like a secret weapon collecting dust. Anyone who thinks this saga's gonna fade quietly is kidding themselves. This drama's just heating up. The media's locked in for weeks of chaos. Every Myles Garrett outburst, every Dillon Gabriel misfire, every what if Shedeur started. Fantasy is getting dissected frame by frame. Because at this point, this isn't just football. It's theater, it's chaos, it's comedy gold all wrapped into one wild season. Frustration turned into spectacle, rage became entertainment, and the Browns somehow turned Sunday games into primetime soap operas. Meanwhile, pure talent, real game-changing talent, is just sitting there on the bench, quiet but dangerous. Shedeur's calm, collected, and waiting to make the biggest entrance the league's seen in years, while the Browns front office acts like they don't see the storm they built. And the internet, oh, it's feasting. Every meme, every clip, every meltdown, all of it's part of the show Cleveland accidentally created. The whole world's tuned in, and the question's louder than ever. When's Shedeur getting his shot? So now it's your turn. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should Shedeur Sanders finally step up and take that spot? Let's hear it below. And if you made it to this point, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It helps a ton. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.